Hey guys, Malkuth, 1974, coming back at you with a new series from Kerbal Space Program. This series is loosely based off Hoc Gamings' user-submitted aircraft or spacecraft. I want to do something pretty much just like it. I want you guys to help me extend my space program by building me the spacecraft that I need to get to space. Now, obviously, this is the first episode, and I have not been able to advertise what aircraft I need, so I just did the liberty. I have a mission that I need to get to the moon because I already have a moon base on the moon, and I want to get Jebediah, Bill, and Bob Kerman on there because they were on a separate mission before, and they just came back, and now I want to get them on the moon. So what I did is I went to the forum, and I found a lander. Now, this lander is by Wayfair. It's called the Moonshine 5. It's a Apollo-style lander where you get it up into space, and then you have to separate the command module and the moon module, and then hook them up hook them up, flip them over, hook them up, and once you get to the moon, you have to get an orbit around the moon. Put some kerbals in the lander, and then land it on the moon and then get it back. Unfortunately, this design is going to leave junk on my moon, but that's okay because just like the lander, it separates and it will do its thing. I tried this before and I had issues when we got to this part. Now we have a bunch of action keys, but the action keys are 0, which will turn on the floodlights when it's dark out. Then there's 1, which turns off the gimbal to help you stabilize your aircraft. No, there's 0 and 9, sorry. 0 is the floodlights, and 9 is the gimbal. And then there's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, which is just the floodlights on around the rest of the craft. So not quite sure what happened, but what happened was I got into orbit and I couldn't get this to separate, and it's located right there, so I'm not quite sure why it did that. It might be because I did some editing over here. Let me see if that's the problem. Okay, that should be fine. There we go. I'll save it. Well, without further ado, let's get this ship off the ground. Why didn't I? Because I didn't have this done. Alright, let's try this over. T. We'll launch this, and we'll make sure gimbal is off. There's the gimbal. There we go. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, this vehicle is designed without asparagus staging in mind, which it basically, you're going to lose this lower end, and then you're going to go to this part. And this one's going to get us going, and I should slow this down a little bit because we don't need to go that fast. Save us some energy here. That sounds like that's about a good thrust to ratio there. Let's get us up there. We don't want to get too high though. This has got a lot of power to it. We are going to 10,000 feet. We will come up like this. I am going going to control this because this is where I had issues before. So we'll keep it just like that. There we go. So we're heading to 10,000. This thing has so much power, it's crazy. Bring this down a little bit. We probably want to settle down. This has got me all flustered because it's got so much power. And we're probably getting way ahead of us in space here. Now he goes to 120,000 kilometers. I never go that high for a moon mission, so I'm going to probably take it to maybe 100. Matters how far this stage gets me. Maybe we should get this stage a little bit going, a little bit. 30,000. Drop it. Just no RCS, no RCS. Jeez. 45. Come on. I do want to get this up a little bit higher. Come on now. Wow, she's got a lot of twist to her. 70, 80, 90, 100. What do I got left? That's about what I had left before. Alright, so I am going to use this stage to help me circularize, and then I'm going to lose it. It's a little something I've been doing lately. I saved just a little bit just to save me some delta V. Let me set up a node here. Get this going. What are we at? Ooh, that's way too much. How much is this going to cost me? 102, 100. 102, 100. It's about as good as I'm going to get. So let's get this staged up. Yeah, so for what you guys know, I do need a dedicated lander for the moon to get people to and from the moon. I don't want it Apollo style. I wanted a single type utility that can get there and get back. And I do need a space station in orbit around Kerbin. So if anybody wants to start designing stuff, for the space station I might design the core part, or you know, maybe if you guys want to, if I can get some submissions quick enough, you guys can submit some interesting core designs. I'll wait on the core design if you guys want to. Well, I can't wait too long, but I do need a dedicated moon lander. This thing isn't going to be because it leaves too much junk on the moon because of the lander part. Do some quick saves here. Now this has a Poodle engine right here, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to do this soon because this is not gonna last long. This stage will go back to Kerbin and disappear because it won't actually circularize us. There's not enough fuel in these tanks. These will last about 5 seconds, not even 5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. Are these connected? I think they are. I could cheat a little bit. Shut these off. I like to save some fuel as I got a problem and an issue. Alright, so here we go. There we go. Let's see how long this takes us to circleize. It's not going bad. If I use too much of this, it won't get me to the moon, though. Oh, went a little bit far on that one. That was weird. That was because we waited too long. So 133. So did that say 69? I actually lost. Oh man. Alright. I'm gonna have to do this now. I'm gonna actually lose a little bit of that because we are gonna re-enter the atmosphere right there for a few seconds and then come back out. So I need to fix that when I get over here. Well, looks like I got a little bit more of a orbit than I wanted. I was too busy messing with those engines. I was trying something out and it didn't work out the way I was planning. But things happen and you have to fix them. Spent a little bit too much time transferring that fuel, so I wasn't sure if it would transfer if I just shut off the engines like that. That's close enough. That'll get us past. That's good enough. I don't want to waste too much energy. Now, where is that moon? Oh, it's right there, so we can actually almost start this up. I'm going to save this because if I mess up the staging of this, so we're going to lose. It's very curious why it does this. So your first stage is this, so it launches that. The second stage is that, so it launches that. But once you disconnect this, it messes up all the staging in here. I would think that you would want to decouple. Alright, so that's where it messed up before. It didn't decouple right here. Maybe it's because... Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay, it makes sense now. Alright, I understand. This should be easier than pi now. We will set this down a little bit because we have to meet the moon. Go back up. Thank you. Oh, I hate this wobble. I don't know if this is a bug in the game now, but SAS will basically fight with itself, would do this whole wobble routine for hours on end. Yeah, it's never a good thing. So I'm hoping this is enough energy to get me to the moon. Last time that's where I messed up. There it is. We will start our burn. Get that right there. And get us there, my friend. Get us there. I'm worried that this is gonna run out. It's not looking good. Okay. Ooh, it actually got us there. I'm wondering if I can... Whoa. I'm gonna have to use RCS to do some major corrections here. Did I get RCS on? Oh, stop it. God. You crazy RCS. Do I still have this in high mode? Yeah, alright. I get nervous when I use other people's designs. Should I be using the RCS? I don't know, but just to make sure. He has you using, he wants you to crash this module into the moon, so that's what I want to set this up to do. There we go. So all I gotta do is kind of separate it. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do the separation. I'm going to F5 this. How much model probe? Wow, he doesn't put much of that on there, does he? Alright, so did I F5 this? Make sure I get this right. So the first part is we separate. Do I have all this? These are all filled up, right? Okay, so first part, we separate that. Now we need to turn RCS on and get this guy a little bit away, which is kind of cool. I do like these Apollo style type ships. They are fun to do, but they take so much time that it's not really economical for a budding civilization. Now he wants us to turn this out of the way. I don't want RCS on because we don't really need it. So that gets it out of the way for when we separate this. We'll just decouple that. It's now out of the way. And I can turn this back away. That will hit the moon and we will be all set. Okay. Now I need to set this up to be set like that. We need to go back to this, open our shield, and I'll set this as target. Do I have this set up in docking mode? No, I do not. So we'll bring this up a little bit. Put that on. Stop that. Stop it. Jeez, that canister is really close to us. I'll be able to push it out of the way. We just need to dock this up. We don't want to use all our RCS up. Okay, so we want this to stop. Wrong way. There you go. I love how I dock. I just freaking just eye it. I know a lot of people don't do it that way, but they use this thing right here. These two, all these line up and you should be able to get in there, but no. This should hook right up. Now this is a mission, we're not going to come back right away. That'll be for a rainy day, I think. Oh, we missed it just a tad. Bring her over a little bit. Bring her up. And I do have Cathane installed on this, so shut that off. I do need to start doing that. I think I'm going to do these manually because I don't want these to have issues. So we will decouple this. Pretty sure that's what he wants us to do. Decouple that. And we will turn. No, wait. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to correct my moon stage here. Oh, it already blew us off there, so let me see if I can get to RCS. We want to go back to that damn thing is right there. Shut this down. Oh, it's not activated yet. Activate that. I want to move away from that. And move away from that. Thank you. We will deactivate this engine again. And we will put us on a prograde. Everything's backwards now, so actually this might be because I might have to control this from. Let me see if this is backwards. It should be pointing at the moon right now. Okay, I'm fine. So if I turn RCS on and I give us a little bit of a, this should be backwards, right? Yes, okay. You know what? I don't want to use too much RCS because, yeah, it's fine. Screw it. We should pop out, and I want to get to about 62. That's where I usually like to be. So there we go. We are on stage for the moon. All our junk will be crashing into the moon, and the CM module and the MM module are all set. We'll open these up. Where are the lights on here? Make sure I push F5 in case I blow something up. That's the CM module. What did that turn on? Do right at this moment is I'm going to get a couple kerbals in here. Obviously I can't send all the kerbals, so oh, I do have crew manifest. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer them with crew manifest so we don't have to do a transfer crew to Mark II lander. No, from command pod. Why is it black? Jebediah, and we'll send Bob out there. So we should have, they should be in there now. Yep, Jebediah's in there, and Bill's staying in the command pod. I guess Bill's gonna have to go back home. I am going to separate the command pod now from the moon lander. So I'll just undock this, put some RCS on, let's get some distance. Wrong day, dude. That'll work. Just want them to move away. And we'll move to the lander. make sure they are set to retro. I like how this thing handles. A little twisty, but that's okay. So there we go. Activate the engine. Do some more F5ing. I am not where I want to be yet, so let's just get this to come over. And right there. Go back to retrograde. There we go. And we will put this thing down. We should be pretty close. Hey guys, figured I'd come back in here and do some post commentary on this. I had to shorten this video down a little bit because it was like 40-45 minutes long. I was able to cut 15 minutes by doing this commentary in, so all I'm post recording commentary. So all I'm doing right now is I'm setting up my landing situation for coming in here, and this is all sped up in my editor, by the way. Setting up everything up. What I usually do is I get to a certain point, like right about here, and then I'll start my burn, and I'll cut my my energy down to like 350 or 250, and then I'll let it coast down a little bit more, and then I'll cut it down to like 100 and let it coast some more. That way I'm not like burning all the way down to the floor. I set my landing waypoint up a little bit ahead of the thing, because when you burn, you actually take it away a little bit. If you watch the little nav ball down here, you'll see me going up a little bit above it. That's a little trick that you can do to slow that creeping of where you're going to land to go past your landing. You don't want to really do that, so if you go above it a little bit, it will slow it down a little bit. It won't slow it down totally, but and then the opposite, you can make it go faster if you go the opposite way of it. So something to keep in mind when you're landing. I'm actually quite surprised how close I am getting with this, and it's looking quite good. We will get to the good stuff. That's one of my landers down there, my original landers, and the actual small base that I have down there. I think there's like 2 or 3 kerbals in there. I think there's 3. And I'm actually really surprised how well this is going. I'm like, and I keep kind of inching it forward, and I'm like, I'm going to be a little bit, pretty much a little bit ahead of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn towards the base and burn a little bit, just to get me a little bit closer there in a few seconds, I believe. Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to be a little bit way off, I'm saying to myself. I was thinking if it was a good idea to do it or not, because I don't want to use up too much fuel. But I forget he has fuel in this second part, so I could actually use that. So that's what I did. I just did a correction right there. Now I have to bleed off my sideways speed, coming down, and there we go. Coming down for a perfect landing by the looks of it. I was coming a little bit fast, but then I bleed it off a little bit. Bleed it off, and we are down. That's great. And there we go. I would like to thank Wayfair for building such a pretty cool module. I think I'm going to edit this a little bit. What it does is it separates to take back off, and that's why these engines are here. And there's some more fuel actually right in these engines right here, where I'm pointing at. So if I can transfer this fuel down to the lower stage, I can actually take off without doing the separation part, and pretty much reuse this lander. I think I'm thinking I can use this lander a few times over if you guys give me my space station. So this is what I need, guys. I need a space station. So if you guys want to design that, I would rather have a better lander that is more suited to going back and forth to the moon, to bring people back and forth from the base. It needs to land on the moon, be able to take off. It has to hold more than 2 kerbals, so it's got to be a little bit bigger than this one. So I'll leave it up to you guys to come up with something, if you guys can come up with something. I don't know how popular this will be. I'm not Hoc Gaming, and he pretty much, I think he came up with this whole idea of using user submitted stuff to get there. I'm going to show you guys my my other lander here. This is the one I designed. It's made with B9 parts. This is what I'm kind of looking for, but I like having a wider base. I like having the wider base like the other lander does. These bases like this are actually hard to land on inclines because they tend to tip over. So I like the ones like this lander where it's got, you know, a little bit of a wider base. It's harder for it to tip over. I got Jebediah out here, and he's gonna be going to the base over here in a few minutes. So yeah, so what I need a lander. So the lander would be a combination of a lander and a shuttle pod to and from Kerbin. I need a space station, so if somebody wants to start user submitting a space station. I don't know if I'm going to make the core myself or I will use one of yours. I'll give it a little bit to you guys to come up with something. If not, I will do my own little thing. Lander, core. Oh, and I need a rover on this for this base. So that's a few of the things I need. I'm going to have a thread to this myself for this whole thing, very similar to like Hoc Gaming does. Again, he has a thread for this too. And I'm going to ask, and I'm going to have what I need listed in there. So right now I need a rover, I need a lander, and I need to start a space station. So as always, guys, this is Malkuth 1974. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Malkuth out.